So John Boehner comes out and he says, okay, that's it. Time to fire Obama's economic team. You know, Geithner and Summers, et cetera, they went in the wrong direction. You got to get rid of them. Well, I agree, right? So why, though? Now, we think Geithner and Summers, and we've been saying it from day one, went in the wrong direction because they gave all the money to the banks. You want to know what John Boehner's reason they should be fired is? They don't agree with more tax cuts for the rich. So Geithner and Summers should get fired because they're too tough on the richest people in the country? That they should have given them more tax cuts? And that would have created more jobs. And that's why I'm telling you, you know, if you ask me, should you go out and vote? Of course you should go out and vote. It's your responsibility, I think, as a citizen. And it's not just that it's your responsibility. It's not homework. It's that if you don't vote, you're going to get guys like John Boehner in charge. And imagine how much more we go in the wrong direction. His answer, and he explained this in the same speech, his answer to our economic problems, of course, I don't even have to tell you, you know it. Tax cuts for the richest people in the country. The top 2% must get their $700 billion. There is no evidence to support that that leads to more jobs. We've been over this 100 times. In fact, those are the same tax cuts that part of the reason we had this enormous economic collapse. But he doesn't care. They're brazen about it. And they stand up and they're like, we're for rich people. I'm John Boehner. I love rich people. And I want to give them $700 billion more. You know, we did Mitch McConnell yesterday. He was on Meet the Press and we showed you the clip where he says, they keep asking him over and over, isn't that going to blow a $700 billion hole in the budget? And you say you care about the budget. He's like, all of a sudden you want me to pay for tax cuts. No, of course, we've never paid for tax cuts and we're not going to pay for them now. In essence, telling you who gives a damn about the deficit or the budget. They were kidding. The only thing that is a priority for the Republican Party is to look out for the richest people in the country. That's a certifiable fact. Now, why am I telling you they're brazen? And why are they doing this so out in the open? Like, hey, our only answer is give it to the top 2%, right? It's because they don't get adequately challenged by the Democrats. So that's why they can do it all day long. If I was the head of the Democratic Party and they did that, there would be a price to pay. I'd rip their face off, proverbially, okay? And I'd get out there every day. I'd be like, John Boehner, who represents the Richie Rich Party, who has done nothing but help the rich in this country. John Boehner, who hates the middle class in this country, who's un-American, only wants to protect the top 2%. Oh my God, no, you can't say John Boehner's un-American. Why not? They say you're un-American all the time. They do it for a living. You can't say, oh, no, wait. Hey, listen, how are you going to get people's votes if you don't tell them what's wrong with the other side and what's right with you? We got an election coming up. Anybody home? I mean, you got the other side telling you should fire your economic advisors, which gave in direct and indirect bailouts trillions to the banks. Trillions. And didn't get anything for us. We still have that high unemployment. Who are the least populous, most conservative government officials in the Democratic Party. And these guys, your opposition is saying they're too liberal. They should have given more to the rich. And you can't beat those guys? Oh, no, then you're not good at politics. Then you don't know what the hell's going on. I mean, look, I got numbers in front of me right now. I'm going to share them with you in a second about how the Republicans are winning all over the country. If you can't beat the Republicans, you suck at politics. You suck at it. The guys have a flag. I mean, their slogan is, we're the Republican Party, and we stand to crush the middle class and make sure the rich are richer. And you can't beat that? Pathetic. Okay, so I'm going to go on. I got more, okay? But my mind cannot comprehend a human being who thinks Geithner and Summers are too liberal, okay? And by the way, here's one last interesting note on that. Interesting that this is the first time that Boehner or any Republican has called for firing Geithner and Summers. Why is that? Why'd they wait this long? Where they've attacked everyone else. They've called everyone else a Maoist, etc. Because until now, it's election time now, so they're willing to do anything, right? And they're willing to go to any lengths. But before, they got a note from their banker friends that financed their elections. And from corporate America and multinational corporations saying, oh, hands off, man. You go after Van Jones anytime you like. You go after Obama. You go after all of them. You call them Muslims. You call them whatever name you want. But Geithner and Summers, they're our boys. They're looking out for us. So you back off. So that's the reason that this is the first time you've ever heard a Republican leader going after Geithner and Summers. Because we're right up on election time. But before, that was forbidden territory. Because the people in charge love those guys.